Hello everybody, welcome on a beautiful day in our beautiful garden. I'd like to show you today how you can make on a step stone that you can put in your garden the drawing of a compass. It looks very nice and really will be good looking in your garden as well. So watch the video and do it yourself as well. Thank you.
So you got your stone, you got to go in your shed now and look for all different kinds of sizes of lids for the size that you would like to draw on. You mark best the lid first of all in the middle, which sometimes on those lids from making them you can actually see the exact middle, which is very good. So you can already punch a hole through the middle where you see the mark. And as well, you mark all the sides for your north, south, east and west positions. You put the lid on and you go all the way around it, but leave a little space where your north, south, east and west will be. Now the smaller lid you also have to mark first. You can see my little marks that I already have on the lid there. Position them exactly in the middle again. The middle is very, very important, otherwise you will not get any of your lines straight afterwards. And now I just marked the inner points with a smaller lid, which will have to be in exact the same distance to each other. Now I combine all the spaces that are left for north, south, east and west. And the little points that are made with my smaller lid, I also connect with each other, always through the middle. That means right now you made in your middle of the stone 2 crosses. I did this with a pencil first, so you can always change a little bit if you're not doing it with a permanent marker right away. But now here you can see the finished crossing. Then you have to decide how big you want those triangles to go up. I chosen 1.9 centimeter, marked them on the shorter cross lines that I had made, and I joined them, and then I do the same for the little one. And then you got to connect them all to each other. After you checked all your lines, if they're exactly in the positions, you will take your permanent marker and you start filling it in. Be careful on the top corners, start that slowly before you can put some speed on your job. In my case now, in a moment, you will see, as I did this video actually in German first, that I got for East an O written, because in Germany East means Ost. That means we just use an O for East. So please don't think I put a wrong letter in there. That's our German way. Nord, Süd, Ost und West. That's how we call it. So as you can see, first of all, I marked my pencil liners in thick with a permanent marker first before I start filling in. Then you don't need to carefully go along the other edges. Like that, it's a little bit faster. Those smaller ones in the middle, you can also decide if you want to halve them, the same what I did with the long triangles. That is also possible. But that is up to you, of course, what you prefer and how you like the look. Even at that point, when that is all drawn in, you could already leave it like that without doing anything else. I will continue in a moment on when all this is marked in. But already that is a very smart look when that is in your grass somewhere in the garden, or where you might position this beautiful piece. A girlfriend of mine, she's got no garden. She said to me, well, you know what? I'm going to make, for my hot pants in my kitchen, I'm going to make a stone out of it. As I said before, you could have left the stone now in exactly that way, but you can also take another smaller, much smaller lid, position it again exactly in the middle. If you do not have a center point on that lid that you've chosen, you can also measure it. And then you draw another circle around the middle like that. But watch out not to go through the white bits that you have. Miss that out, because the ring's supposed to have the look as if it's lying underneath the actual compass. Over the black parts, of course, you can go over, but the white parts you must leave out. You could leave it exactly like that if you wish, but I'm going to take another one that's just slightly bigger again. There, the lid didn't have from the makers a middle shown, so I do have to measure here to make sure I position this exactly in the middle. So I measure on all 4 points here everywhere around until I'm sure that's where I'd like to do my next circle. That looks good enough to me now. So here I go, and again spare out where you didn't fill in your triangles. Otherwise you would mess that up. So far that's all right. Now comes my last step, as I want to draw some lines down in between those little circles that I made. So as I'm putting 2 lines in, I measure the length of this. This is 6.6 at this point. So that means I got to divide it in 3 pieces by 2.2. I will mark it slightly. I put my ruler in the middle cross, and I put a line just between those 2 last circles that I did. Again, I hold my ruler in the middle, plus to the point that I marked, and I mark those 2 lines down. And that, of course, I have to do in every field now, all the way around. Measure each one, because it's not so exact always. You might not have the same centimeters or millimeters in every round. So make sure you measure again each one and mark it separately, so you don't at the end suddenly goof something up. That wouldn't be your idea, because then it's difficult to get your permanent marker off. So continue all the way around with this. If the black color is too boring for you, you can also nicely work with red and green onto the stone. You must see what your design should show and what it is, and mainly also what you actually like yourself. Now I hope very much that you enjoy this video, that you might do a stone like that yourself. And I'm also saying thank you for all those lovely comments some of you gave to me. I always like it very, very much, and I try to do my best to do some more nice tutorials for you, either in my sewing, in my ideas that I have for the garden, or with my singing. Bye for now, and thank you so much. And I don't mind if you come around again. Bye bye.